Good afternoon, everyone. It's Ann Varillo here with stampwithann.com. I hope you guys are all having a great day, Wednesday. It's raining here, but you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers. So hopefully we'll get lots of flowers coming soon. Anyways, thanks for showing up. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. And please leave me any comments, even if you're watching on the replay, because I love to go back and read all the comments and see what everybody's thinking about our card class to go and just what crafty inspiration everyone might have. So don't forget to leave some comments. I am streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, so I'll give you guys just a couple seconds for those that want to join in. I'm having some major issues with my eyes today, so hopefully they aren't too blurry and I can get through all of my coloring that we're going to be doing. So let me kind of show you what we're going to be working on today. All right. Okay, this is the Beach Day bundle. So it is, sorry about my light right there. It's kind of reflecting. This is all kind of beach inspired stamps, which I love. So some of you might know I am from Southern California, born and raised in Huntington Beach, California. So this set really brought back some memories for me. My brothers, my three older brothers, were all surfers, so I loved the surfboard that's in here. And I loved seeing this lifeguard station. I could remember those all along the beach in Huntington Beach when we'd go during the summer. Well, we went there all year long because basically Southern California doesn't really have winters. So anyways, and these are the dies. And I love these dies. They cut out the surfboard. There's also palm tree, I guess you call them fronds, palm tree fronds, and then the palm tree trunk. So all of these dies create so many different pieces that can be added to your cards. But we're going to do 3 cards today. And let me show you what they are. Now, remember, these are for my weekly card class to go. So here's the first card. Enjoy today. I love the colors. Azure Afternoon, Parakeet Party, Lemon Lolly, and I use some Poppy Parade here as well. And then this one is Sending Sunshine Your Way. Again, I love the bright colors, Granny Apple Green, Poppy Parade. I use some Parakeet Party stamping blends in this one. And then I really love this one, Happy Birthday. But I just love, this reminds me of, there are a lot of women surfers, girl surfers, surfer chicks as we used to call them. But Lemon Lolly, Boho Blue, and Bubble Bath. So these are the 3 cards that are in my weekly card class to go. And basically, if you spend $40 excluding tax and license in my online store, I actually send out all the supplies to create these cards. So it's 2 of each design. So you'll get enough to create 6 cards. The only thing I don't include is the stamping. I don't include any stamped images per Stampin' Up's policy. But if you have this set, it's great to play with. I just love the die cuts for the sand and the waves, and obviously the surfboards and the palm trees. So again, you'll get enough to make these 3 cards. So let's jump in, and we'll start with this one, Enjoy Today. So let me get all the items for this card. Put them out here. I went ahead and die cut some of the elements just to, because there is a lot of die cutting involved. So I wanted to make sure we got through, see if I can get everything out of here, got through this class fairly quickly. So I die cut the fronds, palm fronds, and the trunk, and then some grass here. That's going to go on the front of the card. And I also die cut our sand. That's what I'm calling it. And check this out. Isn't this the cutest? Little waves for the scene. So I went ahead and die cut all these elements out. And what we're going to do here is I'm starting with Poppy Parade. And again, if you get the class, you will also receive a PDF tutorial with all of the instructions. So I make sure that's included along with pictures on how to create everything. So you won't be lost. You're not going to feel that you don't know how to put it together, because we'll include all that for you. Okay, so this is Lemon Lolly. And I'm just going to attach. Ooh, look at that. I got a new glue. Oh, maybe I want to use my old glue. Where's my old glue? I hate it when I get too much. You can also use, I have some other glue over here. I think I'm just going to put it to the side, just in case. I have to pull this down a little so I can make sure I get it straight. That's one of the things I like to make sure of. So there's that. That's Lemon Lolly on top of Poppy Parade. And then on this, let's do this first. You see right here, I use some blending brushes to blend in some color, kind of like a sunset, if you may. So let's go ahead and blend some color on this white cardstock panel. And I'm going to use Poppy Parade and a little bit of Lemon Lolly. So let's get our Poppy Parade here. And blending, normally I don't do a lot of blending with my blending brushes, but I like to when we're kind of creating a scene or a background, so to speak. And this reminds me of maybe a little bit of a sunset, or it could be a sunrise, I guess. So I'm just applying very lightly some of the Poppy Parade. And then I will apply some Lemon Lolly. I'm going to leave that open just in case we want to put any more in it. This is Lemon Lolly. And I kind of rub some of it off first because I don't want a big glob on my card base here. You can see that that's just, and I blend it up into the Poppy Parade. So you get a nice little effect. Rub it off again a little bit, and then we'll just come in and add a little bit of color there. I want to make sure I'm going down low enough on the card because we also have the waves. So let's just check and make sure before we, so we're going to have our waves go here and then our sand. So I just want to make sure we've got enough on there. Yep. That looks pretty good to me. Okay. So let's, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to stamp. I'm going to just put this aside. Put that aside. I don't need this anymore, and I need my tuxedo black ink. Of course, I forgot to put out here. Just grab it. So if you're joining, just make sure you give me a shout out so I know. So we're going to stamp the lifeguard tower. We're just going to put tuxedo black ink, Memento tuxedo black ink on our stamp. I like to make sure, this is a big stamp, so I usually hold my ink pad like this and just go over it a couple times to make sure I get it really, really good. I'm just going to pop that back in there. And then we'll go ahead and stamp it on our basic white cardstock. Just line it up. We're going to die cut this out, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp that, give it a nice good push. Hi, Debbie. Looks like the beach down there. I know, you're in New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Wish I was there. It's pouring rain here today, so not the greatest. But hopefully it'll start turning. Let's see. All right, so we're going to color this in. This is, I'm using a couple different colors. So crumb cake for the wood, Poppy Parade. I love to give it that pop of color that goes with my base. Poppy Parade, and the surfboard also in Poppy Parade. So I'm using light Poppy Parade. Actually, I'm going to go in with the dark Poppy Parade just a little bit. And then I'll come around with the light to give it some shadowing and just a little bit of a different effect. And I like to, while the ink is still wet, I like to come in and just kind of push that color around a little bit so that, oops, we get a little bit of color out of shadowing effects out of that. And then we'll come around here and I did the outside of the windows. So I'm just going to come in and, oops, this is the dark. Which is fine. We'll come around here. Use some of that light Poppy Parade. What's really fun is die cutting this out. This is a fun piece to die cut. So I'm going to use some of the lighter here. Did you guys used to color when you were little? I did. But I used to love to outline everything. So I can't do that with these markers though. Actually, you just don't want to. And I'm using the fine tip on these because these are small areas to color. So you don't want to use the larger tip. So then I'm going to come in, oops, like I just opened up that one. And we'll do the, I guess you call this the life preserver. Just a little bit of red in here, Poppy Parade. Not red, it's Poppy Parade. Color that in. There's also another die that you can just do the lifeguard and the stand, which is kind of cute too. I didn't do a card like using that one yet. I'm probably gonna. So that was Poppy Parade. And then I'm gonna come in with crumb cake and I'm going to do, let's see, light crumb cake. Just gonna do oops, this part with the light crumb cake. Don't forget this last one here. And then we'll come around with the dark crumb cake and I'll do the inside boards here. Just gives it some variation to the boards. There's some, let's see, what did I do? Yeah, I did do some I'm just going to color in some of the dark, and then I'm going to come around and I'm just going to do some light. And I'll probably add a little bit more dark here as well, just to pull that through. Again, this is a really fun set to play with, so I enjoyed it. Plus, it made me think of the beach, that I miss the beach. I need to go to the beach. Hopefully soon it'll be sunny here, and I'll be out on the lake. Okay, so we've done that. Now I'm going to do this one down here. And I'm going to take the dark crumb cake for these pilings things here. And we're going to throw a little bit of the dark right into here. And you just go lightly. Then you come through with some light crumb cake. And I'll do some of this, the legs. And then we will do the top. I'm going to do some of the top in light crumb cake, but I'm also going to add in some shadowing with the dark crumb cake. Now I don't profess to be the best Stampin' Blends. Oh, Debbie, it's raining and tornado? Wow, a tornado watch today? Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. I hope well, it's only your, third day there? So hopefully you'll be getting some real good weather. You're there for a month, I'm sure you're gonna. Anyways, I was saying I'm not the greatest with the Stampin' Blends. You guys probably, if you're watching, know Patty Bennett. She's like a master with these. So I try to do her tutorials quite a bit and get some hints and tricks to it, but well, we missed you last night, Debbie. We were at A.T. Wally's for a few cocktails and visiting, and it was raining yesterday too, so it was really yucky out. So now I'm going to color in this. Now you probably don't see yellow lifeguard towers. They're mostly red, right? I mean, that's what we had in Huntington Beach. But that's why stamping and creating and using different colors is so fun. So I'm just being a little creative here, coming in with some, oh, that's my dark. Well, I do want to put some dark around here. Some dark lemon lolly. And I'll spread some of that out around here too. And I'll come in with some light. Now don't forget, the new catalog is coming out very soon. So if you want to get your hands on a new one, obviously my customers, I'm sending them all out. The new catalog, I've already put that order in for those. But if you don't have a catalog, or if you don't have a demonstrator, reach out to me. I'd love to be your demonstrator. And I'd also love to send you a new catalog. Now we are lucky we get to pre-order. So I did pre-order some stuff, which I'm going to be excited to share with everybody. probably towards the end of next week. So again, I'm just applying some Stampin' Blends, Lemon Lolly ink here, or Stampin' Blends, Lemon Lolly. And you get the point here, right? Okay. So now we are going to, you can hear my squeaky chair. I need a new chair. I probably don't need one, but I want one. My husband says I don't need anything. I just want. Yes, I just want. Okay, so we are gonna die cut this out. Now, let me get the die. There's a pretty big die cut. But I love the way it comes out. And what I'm gonna do is I am gonna put a little bit of, let's see if I can get that little mistake I made out of there too. A little bit of, what do you call it? Washi tape on there just to hold it in place. Because I don't like to, sometimes they'll move. I'm going to get some of that Post-it note tape. I've heard that's really good. So I just don't want that to move in here when I place it in the sandwich. We'll put the top on it. Sorry, this is kind of close, guys. But you get the gist here. Let me get that better. Again, like I said, there's a lot of die cutting with this stamp set. But it's super fun. So we're just going to die cut that. Take this out. This one I don't think would fit into the smaller cut and emboss machine. There we go. So that's our what do you call it? Life? No, not life. Yeah, lifeguard tower. Duh. Okay, so let's put this away. And now we're just going to assemble this card. Super easy, but lots of fun colors. Let me get this over here. Jesus. Okay. So let's get all our pieces together here. Oh, wait. We have one more thing to stamp. That is our surfboard. And we're going to do that also in Memento black ink. Straighten this out a little bit. Oops. Make sure that's on there good. Now see, the difference is this is a smaller stamp, right? Small. So I'm just going to tap it into the tuxedo black ink. I don't need it to be, I just want to make sure I get that pretty good right there. And then we're just going to stamp this right here in the center. Perfect. I'm going to clean this off. I don't know. Yeah, I did. I'm just going to rub it on my chamois. Put my stamp over there. And again, I'm going to do this in Poppy Parade. I kind of did it like a ombre effect, I guess you call here. Darker in the middle. So I'm using the dark Poppy Parade. I'm just going to bring some of that color down. You know, my brothers, gosh, they were all surfers. Well, John wasn't so much, but Michael and Stephen were big surfers. Of course, we lived in Huntington Beach, so they were always at the beach. And my brother Stephen used to make surfboards, fiberglass and everything, and he'd do all kinds of designs on them. They were fairly good surfers. Now, I'm going to use the other end here because I really want to bring some of that color down And I'll probably add a little bit more. The other thing I used, and I'll show you a little trick here too, is a color lifter. Kind of gives it that shading that you might need. So there's a little bit of ombre effect. And then what I did was I used this. It's our color lifter. If you can see that color lifter. And I just went through the kind of the center. I don't want to use that one. I'm going to do it with this one. Make sure this is cleaned. And you just want to kind of go a little light where you want to lift some of that color up. Takes a couple seconds, but you can kind of see. I don't want to get too much of it off. Kind of reminds me, when I did this, it kind of reminded me of, you know, if you're a surfer, you got to wax your surfboard, right? So I'll hold it up there. See how it kind of fades out, that middle? So the guys would always be rubbing their surfboards with their wax before they went out surfing. So put all these back over here. Now, again, we're going to die cut this. Got to bring my machine in. This would work on the mini. I have the mini, but get my surfboard out here. We're just gonna put this down on your cut and emboss machine. Gonna use a little bit of the washi tape. Make sure I hold it in place good. Put the top plate on and run it right through there. Okay. We're going to need this die for the last card, so I'm just going to leave it out. So there we go. That's our die for that. All right, now we're ready to put this all together. Okay, so we have all our pieces. We're gonna start with the wave first. I wanna get this down here. I'm not gonna layer it yet. And I'm going to attach this with some multi-purpose liquid glue. It's a little hot in my room today. I don't know why. I think I have the heater a little too high. Now you see where I'm applying this. Don't worry, it's just apply a little bit. I know a lot of people don't like glue, but this isn't gonna squeeze through. Watch, I'm gonna lay it down and it's gonna squeeze through. Debbie knows what I'm talking about. It's not gonna though, I promise. So there we have that. We just put that down. And then here's our sand. Oops, make sure we get that on there, good. The PDF will have all the measurements too for this. And again, I'm just putting some glue lightly on here. And these two were die cut out of the corresponding dies that creates the, oops, a little bit. The waves and the sand. So we're just gonna adhere that. And then I want to do the biggest part here. So I'm going to put the lifeguard station down right about there. Again, just with a little bit of the glue. Ooh, just gotta be careful. I just dot it there. If you can see that, see, just a couple dots. Yeah, you want to see that again? Okay. So there's our lifeguard tower. And then let's do the palm tree. I do need, you're going to need a couple mini glue dots. So let's grab those. And we're going to actually put the tree fronds, if that's what you call them. Tree fronds. Palm fronds. So we're just going to attach them with a mini glue dot. I'm just going to put that right there. Lift it off. Hopefully it comes off. Yay, comes off. Put it right here. And then I'll attach another glue dot right here to the center. Let's cut some of this off. There, put that over there. I forgot to turn off the sound, so I'm getting my beeps in for my emails. Jeez. It's one of those days. Okay. So again, just going to use a little bit of the multi-purpose liquid glue. Get it on there. And then I'll put a little bit up on the tree branches here, the palm trees. I probably could have used my, let's put that over there. Tweezers to apply that. So we have that, then we have some green. Now this is Parakeet Party, or wait, is it Parakeet Party or Lemon Lolly? I forget. I think it's Lemon Lolly. No, it's Parakeet Party. So we're just going to attach the little, I guess you call them bushes. I don't want to call them weeds. They're not really weeds, are they? No. Do a couple of these. Okay, there's our weeds. And then for the surfboard, I'm just going to apply some Stampin' Dimensionals because I do want this to pop up. I like to add that bit of dimension to the card itself. So we'll take these off. Some people use take a pick tool to get all the things off. It's a pain. I'm just going to use it like this. There we go. So now we're just going to attach this right to the front. Ooh, isn't that cute? I love it. So if you don't have this set, oh look, you know, I want to try and fix this before I attach it. Let me just take these scissors. If you can see, I got this a little too long, right? So you can fix this. Just take your paper snips. These aren't my paper snips. These are ones that I use for glue. Or, not glue, but see, that fixed it. Because you didn't want to really have that hanging over. All right, there's our first card, folks. That was easy. Whew. All right, now we're going to work on this one. This, again, is one of my favorites, too. So let's get all the materials we need for this. All right. Basic white cardstock. Just going to score that. And I used some Bright and Beautiful DSP. I cut it just to cover the entire part of the front of the base card. So we're going to do that. Just apply it with some liquid glue right to the front. And I want to make sure I get it straight. There we go. Looks pretty straight to me. Yep. Move this up a little bit. There we go. All right. And then I embossed with the 3D basic embossing folder, a panel to go over the front. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere. Oh no, I'm not going to adhere that yet, because you see I tied some yellow ribbon around there. So we don't want to put that on until we're absolutely ready. So I am going to adhere this is boho blue. I use the deckled rectangle dies, and I do believe those are retiring. So if you want those, you'll probably want to try and get those. The sale starts April 9th for the discounted or in retiring list. So I'm placing this as far over as I can go because I just want to off center that. Now for this piece, you can see right behind here, I did a little bit of boho blue ink. Let me get this all straightened away here. And actually, I'm going to, is this my boho blue? No, that's not a navy. This is what happens when you're not ready. Well, I thought I was ready. I had everything set out, but I guess I didn't. Because I'm going to show you another little technique I do for. So I added a little bit of color here to the top, to the front panel. I wanted something besides just the. And again, you want to rub that off. So I'm just going to come over here lightly and apply some of that color. Just to the center. You don't have to take it all the way through. It just adds a little bit of color to it. Okay. Then I'm going to take my, they don't recommend doing this a lot, but I don't do it a lot, but it does add a little bit of kind of its own splatter. See how it just lightly splatters there? Probably can't see that very good. Let me just do one more click. And you just flip it. You flip the end. So it adds some dimension to that. So we're going to put that on top of here, just like this. Just get a little bit of glue here. Now, all this month I am featuring a weekly card class to go, so make sure you follow me if you're not. Oops, a little bit centered. I gotta center that better. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see. Did I put those down first? I'm trying to remember now. Yes, I did. We're going to attach the palm trees. Once again, I'm going to use some glue dots, wherever my glue dots are. I can hear my husband. He's downstairs watching TV and I can hear it. I didn't get that one. Okay. You just want to attach that right to the top there. There. And we'll go ahead and do the other one. Again, with just a little mini glue dot. You want to make sure you get the right side of these. Oh, the die cut. So you don't want that side. You want the good side. So, Oops. Oh, did it not? I didn't get it. All right, try that again. Usually I just take it right off. Yeah, it's on there now. Okay, and we're just gonna attach these with a little bit of glue like I did before. I'm applying it to the leaves. Same with this one. Just add a little bit of that glue. But don't get it on your hands like I just did. Don't laugh. I have to get the glue off of my hands now. Okay, and you don't want to glue down the palm fronds because you kind of want to give it that little bit of 3D effect, I guess you would call it. So don't try to glue everything down. Okay, let's, now we're gonna do the surfboard. I'm gonna save the bow tying for last because granted, it'll take me a while. Hopefully not, but we'll see. All right, so I've got three different colors of cardstock, and we're just gonna stamp the surfboard in the corresponding color. So we'll do Lemon Lolly, first. And it's just a subtle effect. So you don't want it like super dark. I guess you could if you use maybe your Stamparatus or something. And then boho blue, we're going to do boho blue. Get that off of there. Make sure I get enough of it on there. There's our boho blue. That shows up a little bit more. But Lemon Lolly is a lighter color, so let me re-stick this on here. Clean that off a little bit more. Sometimes I get ink on my blocks, and I don't like that. I have to clean them pretty soon. Okay, and this is Bubble Bath. I like Bubble Bath. And I like bubble baths. How do you like that? So we're just going to stamp that on there. Very light and subtle, as you can see. Clean that off. Then we're going to bring in our Stampin' Cut machine once again. Some of this over here. And unfortunately, this stamp set of dies only has one surfboard. I just had some other dies. It was the Latte Love, and they actually had duplicate dies, so you could stamp the image and cut it out. Cut out the same image, you know, once because they had duplicate dies, which was kind of nice. So we're just gonna die cut these out real quick. Got to be careful with the washi tape because sometimes it will rip your cardstock. So just be careful if you're using that. I do recommend getting some Post-it note tape because that works a lot better. Come on. So we'll do the boho blue one now. Oh, I wish I was at the beach. I need to get a tan too. Debbie's probably already got a tan. My friend Patty that came back from Florida last Thursday, she's got a nice tan. Very nice tan. Now we'll do the bubble bath. Sometimes I like to get all the die cuts done early so that you know, if you're an avid stamper, you kind of know the die cutting. But then I like to also show new stampers how the die cutting embossing machine works. So I will do die cutting occasionally. Okay, let's put that away. And here's our boho blue surfboard. Oops, don't need this. Okay, and the only other thing we need to do is I'm going to stamp in boho blue the sentiment, which I don't have out here. Happy birthday. I need one of my longer stamps. So we're just going to line this up. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to fussy cut it, and I'm going to stamp it sideways here for you. There we go. I stamped that in boho blue. Matches the boho blue and the cardstock, the die, deckled rectangle die. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to really quickly fussy cut this. You guys know I'm not a big fan of fussy cutting, but there are occasions where it's necessary. And, you know, the more you do it, the more practice you get at it. So we're just going to do it. The trick is just moving the paper, not so much your scissors. Well, because then you get these sharp points, but you kind of want them rounded a little bit. At least I do. So there's one, happy. And then we'll do the birthday. Again, if you don't have this bundle, it is it's available right now because it is in the mini, the January through April mini catalog, and you can get the bundle and save 10%. It's going to be available in the new catalog, but it just won't be available as a bundle. So that's the only thing that you have to remember. Okay, here we go. All right, now let's put this puppy together, shall we? Okay, before we put the surfboards on, we are going to do, you're gonna have fun. Look at me trying to do this. Wrap this thing around here twice and tie a bow. Okay, I just need to make sure I get enough. As my ribbons, as my baker's twine is rolling around. Yeah, okay. I'll cut it off there. Get this out of the way. I give people credit who can tie bows quickly when they're doing their demonstrations and their lives. I'm not a great bow tire. Pull that a little taut so show you guys, but we'll do it. And by the way, I was inspired by Ashley Van Camp, who I saw a very similar card to this on Pinterest. It was a little bit different, but so I did case it. There we go. Now see that one, this, just so you guys know, that's a little bit bigger, but I'm gonna pull that through so I can get the kind of the same length bow, or the same size, I guess you would say. Pull it through a little bit, and then I'm gonna strengthen it too. Just pull it again, and then pull that just a little bit more. And I'm not anal. I'm not perfectionist. Yes, I am. Okay. We're just going to snip the ends of these right off. I want it to go sideways, so I don't want it to cover. I'm probably going to trim that up a little bit more too. So now we're going to apply the surfboards. And I want the darker one in the middle. So I'm just going to use a couple of Stampin' Blends. Did I just say Stampin' Blends? I meant Stampin' Dimensionals. What am I thinking? I'm going crazy today. Not even Friday. Okay, so we're just going to kind of lay the surfboards in there. And it does rise up a little bit on this ribbon, but we fix that. And then I'll do the, I will do the bubble bath one as well. Now, okay, I'm going to show you a little trick here. See, I want it to cross over. So I'm going to put the dimensional on this side of it. And I probably should put a tiny little one at the top as well. I'm going to do that just so I get it right. If I can. There we go. Oops. Oh, that's sticking to me, not the paper. There we go. So we're going to just kind of move this over here like that. So it's leaning on this side. And then this one, I'm going to put two of them. Oh, there goes my printer. It's my husband. He's printing to my printer. He has a printer downstairs. You'd think that he could print to his printer. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of squeeze this one in like that. Put it down a little bit. Okay, now time for the happy birthday sentiment. I'm going to use mini glue dots for, not mini glue dots, mini Stampin' Dimensionals for this. So we get it right in there. I only have one more card to do. Oh. Okay, happy. And then we'll put, actually, I want this up more. I want it straight. Okay, birthday. Again, with just the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. This is one of my favorite cards, I think. And then we're just going to adhere this directly to the card front. So I'm going to use some, again, multi-purpose liquid glue. Apply that right to the front. And there is our second card. Happy birthday. All right. Now this one, this is the last one we're gonna make. And I do have some coloring to do on this one, but blending, I'll show you, it goes pretty quick. Have my blending pad over here. So basically I did cut out, die cut most of these pieces as well, except for two, the chair and the sandcastle. So we'll quickly stamp those and cut those out. So we're just gonna burnish the edges of this. All right, set that aside. Actually, we're gonna, see, I don't like it when I don't get this good. We're gonna adhere, this is Granny Apple Green. We're going to adhere the Azure Afternoon cardstock to the front. Just want to make sure we get it straight on there. There. Nice. Okay. And for this, let's do our blending first. This is Azure Afternoon. And we're going to blend the color right on there. Hi, Laura. By the way, I got your message. Congrats on that. That's awesome. I'm very happy for you. Sleeting there, huh? Jeez. So I'm applying this. Now, I want it to be darker on the top, if you can see that. So I'm going to come in here and do this a couple times, just for the top of the waves, because I do want that kind of darker effect. And then I'll switch over and I'm just going to lightly come in here with some more color. Just to get that blue. See, I really like the dark on the waves. So I gotta get it dark, a little darker. Ooh, what I wouldn't give to be at the beach. I think I get to color in one of my flowers too, Laura, today. I got a few things came in, so yes, I'm excited. All right, I just want to fix this little white piece right here. So I'm just going to kind of come in lightly. I still have some ink on this blending brush. And I'm just going to kind of cover that up a little bit. All right, we're done with that. So that's that piece. Now, the sand, I'm just going to rip. You see, I just ripped that to give it like a hilly effect, I guess you would call it, or sand dunes. I don't know what you'd say, call it. But I'm going to stamp. Nope, I need my crumb cake. Did I do that again? I didn't bring my crumb cake over here. I used crumb cake. I'm just gonna stamp this, oops. Oh, no, where is it? It's the seashells, or this, yeah, seashells, I guess. Uh-oh, where is it? Oh, I know where it's at, it's right here. And let me put it on a little, little block. Okay, I'm just gonna stamp these randomly. I do want this because I'm going to show you something else too. I want to be able to stamp off here. Okay, but I added a little bit of color up at the top, so I'm going to do that just by kind of flipping that in the crumb cake. But then I'm also going to add a little bit of color with my blending brush here, because I just want that to stand out a little bit more. Just a little darker. I actually got a little bit too much ink on there on the top, but you know, again, you can just be creative. Do what you think looks good, nice. Okay, so that's our sand effect. Now we're going to color. I just want to color these things in. They're so tiny. And I'm using our crumb cake. I'm going to go over it in light first. I'm just coloring in the palm tree trunk, the base of it, with light crumb cake, and then I'm going to add some dark crumb cake to it. I probably could have used the other end. That's okay. And again, I'm gonna just lift some of this off a little bit. Okay, there's that piece. Then our palm trees, fronds, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to come in with some dark granny apple green, if you can see. Just a little bit here. Then I'm going to use some lighter. I'm going to use this just to bring that up a little bit. And then I'm going to use some Parakeet Party. I'm using the light as I come up through here. I'm sad this color is going away. I'm just trying to pull some of that color up. Okay, and then I'm going to do the rest of this the same way with dark along here. I should probably put a little bit dark there too. Then a little bit of light, granny apple green. Oops. And I'll come in here with some more Parakeet Party, which I like the other one first. Let's pull some of that color up. So you get that little bit of effect. Let's see, this is the dark one. Is this the dark one? This is the light one. This one a little bit more dark. There. Okay, that's one. We'll do the other one quickly, and we're going to do the sand too. So again, we'll come in with the dark. Is my hand in the way? And then you're going to come in with your light. Oh, I didn't get some of that. Just pull some of that color up. Like I said, this set definitely has a lot of different die cutting elements. So if you don't like die cutting, don't get it. But I love it, and I love how you could create such cool scenes with it. I'm just putting some dark up there a little bit. So super fun to play with, and again, I'm a born and raised California girl living in the East Coast. Don't know how that happened. Even after my husband said he'd never move back here, he moved. fix some of this up here. Okay, there's the palm fronds. Put these up here, and the last thing we have to do is our grass, and then then we can put it together. Well, actually we can't. I have to stamp a couple more times. Where is my other grass leaf? These little stinkers, they get away from you. Oh, do you see it on my desktop anywhere? Well, if I can't find it, we're just going to have to go with one, I guess. All right. Not get all excited. Do one. We're going to color the top in with a little bit of crumb cake, so let's do that. I just want to get a little bit of dark crumb cake on here. Oops, I got a little bit too much. A little bit too much. Then we'll come in with some light. That's going to bug me. You guys know that's going to bug me, right? That I can't find the other one. Shoot. Now I'm just going to do a little bit on the bottom of the dark granny apple green. A little bit of the light, kind of bring that up there, the color. And then we'll do a little bit of the parakeet party. Remember, if you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe and like, please. So there is our one grass that I don't know what happened to my other grass. Unless it was in that. No, because I took those out of the thing. All right, I'm not going to worry about it. We have more stamping to do, die cutting. So we're going to stamp the chair here in pecan pie. Normally I won't color, I mean I do, but sometimes. I usually use Memento black ink if I'm going to color in with some, what do you call it? Stampin' Blends. But for this, it's okay. I'm just going to use the pecan pie because I'll show you just what I'm going to do. So the sandcastle and the chair are stamped in pecan pie. And then we're going to color them in Poppy Parade. And I'm going to use light Poppy Parade for the chair here. Because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the color lifter. Oh, I'll add some dark. So you got a girl that's got a shadow in here, you know. Okay. Just gonna probably lift some color here. There, just a little bit. And then for this, for the pecan pie, I'm just gonna tap some crumb cake in here, just a little bit. You could use pecan pie too, but I didn't want to do that. And then I'm going to die cut these. So let's bring our machine back. Really bugging me about that other piece of grass. And I gotta get the dies, which are right over here. See, isn't it fun coloring along with me and crafting on this rainy, icky day in central New York? And sleeting day in Cincinnati? Or is it Kentucky? Cincinnati. Okay. Oops. Die cut these out, put the card together, and we be done. All right. Let's see. This is what I get afraid of sometimes. Hopefully. There we go. It's good. There's our chair. Here's our little sandcastle. There. And then the one last thing we do have to do, again, because you'll see here, I did add some color. So I used the boho, I used Azure Afternoon. But I did it very lightly. Let's see if there's still some ink on here. There is a little bit. But we'll do this very lightly. So just trying to add a little bit of color to the top so that it's kind of represents the sky. Oops, I hate when I do that. Okay, looks like a little cloud. Ooh, that looks like a little bird. And then I came in with some lemon lolly on the bottom. And if you want a little bit more color, you just got to press a little harder. So. And I think I want to fix this up here. Last thing we're going to do is stamp our sentiment. Actually, I'm going to wait till I put everything together so I have it all lined up properly. So we're going to put our waves here in our sand. So let's just adhere that. Oof, this has been a long one, guys. Sorry. But again, there's so much. Oh, come on, glue. There we go. I did a lot of different techniques on this for these cards, between blending, die cutting. We're just going to pop that right there. Hopefully I got this up good enough. Yep. Then we're going to adhere this. There. And since I can't find my other grass, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. I need to adhere these two fronds together. Just going to put the, oops. Like so. And then I'll adhere it again with another glue dot on the back here, right up here. Oh, again, that didn't take. Why? Let's see if we can try that again. So we're just going to adhere that right to that glue dot. And then I'm going to adhere this to the front with some, if I can get it, the glue. Oh, this glue. Driving me crazy today. Driving me crazy. Okay, we're going to just adhere this to the top here. There. And I'm going to adhere the chair right here. A little bit of glue. We'll adhere this plant over here because I want it balanced. Sorry, I was out of frame a little bit. Duh. Oh, okay. Getting rid of this glue after this, I swear. Put the plant up here. And then our little castle down here because I can't find my other plant. Okay. And then we will stamp our sentiment in Azure Afternoon. And then we're last but not least, we're going to stamp our little bird in pecan pie. So let's get that out. Sending sunshine your way. I will send it. And then we're going to do the little bird. Clean this off first. Oh. Oops. Oops. I hit my light. To our little bird in pecan pie. Just right there at the top. There we go. And then we'll just go ahead and adhere this right to the front. I'm not going to pop it up or anything. Just gluing the top of this. I still have a little bit of glue left. There we go. There's our third card. I'll find that other grass. You wait when I clean up everything. But anyways, these are the cards that are in the card kit class to go. And so you have until Friday if you want to order, place a $40 order in my online store, excluding tax and shipping, and I will send you out enough supplies to make 6 of these wonderful cards. So if you don't have the Beach Day bundle, make sure you grab it now because it is 10% off. And then I'll send you the card kit class to go. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for hanging in with me today. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you leave a comment because I love comments. Okay?